Well, good evening, everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It's great to be with you. Um, just great to have you back. Whether this is your first time with me, a big thank you. If you're coming back, a big thank you as well, and a welcome back to Inspirations for Your Life. It's great to be with you here. By the way, if you are thirsty or hungry in any way, I've got my health drink here, which, by the way, is actually made up of 2 tablespoons of molasses melted with instant hot water from the tap there, and it's got about a tablespoon of honey in it, and it's got an Earl Grey tea bag, and it's really good. That's healthy for you. So feel free to get yourself a drink, whatever you'd like, and come on back to the show. Don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, of course, inspiring creations. All right. So we have an awesome, awesome, awesome master topic this week, and that is decoding modern life under, yes, a microscope. Yeah. The world is so much different when we look at it under a microscope, isn't it? So let's do that. Let's continue to do that. All right, guys. So today's granular topic I'll get to in just a moment. I do want to take this opportunity to thank everyone again for being here with me because it is so great to be with everyone here and to share all this amazing knowledge with everyone because I think that's really cool. All right. So I'm just going to start off by saying welcome to the ever popular Inspirations for Your Life show. It's your daily source for actionable motivation, mind blowing discoveries, and the keys to unlocking your greatest potential. And I think that's something a lot of people don't realize is that there's so much potential here. Okay. By the way, who am I? I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, graduate student, and of course, a passionate lifelong learner. And every day or evening, I challenge you to spark creativity, elevate your performance, and embrace the wonders swirling around in that wonderful head of yours behind the scenes of what we call modern life. I know this can sound very daunting for some people, but we need to embrace it. All right. If you're searching for a boost for your workplace, your leadership, or perhaps your mindset, you are in the right place. This show is designed to inspire transformation from the inside out. You see, a lot of people think that you got to start from the outside, but that's actually wrong. You've got to start from the inside out. That's how things change, guys. So, on today's episode, Decoding Modern Life Under the Microscope, we're on, by the way, season 4, episode 46, show number 6. And our title is Hidden Life Systems, the unnoticed, ingenious techniques and psychological tricks built into our daily routines by designers, marketers, and the tech giants that are all around us. And I think that's a pretty important thing to realize. How that all works. So we're gonna dive into it, right? All right, let me get a little sip of this health drink here because it is really, really delicious. With the honey, makes it even better. Mm. So honey supposedly helps you get rid of things like any allergies. So it's good for that. And this is all natural honey, all homemade natural honey. It's not processed. It comes right from the beehives. There's no processing. It's all local. So number one, why everything is designed to keep you scrolling. The infinite scroll on social media, right? News feeds and shopping sites. It's not accidental. Platforms want to maximize your attention, serving content seamlessly so you're less likely to stop or even notice how much time has gone by. It's actually, guys, when I say pretty ingenious, it is very, 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 very ingenious. And I think you'll appreciate, what's going on and why things are going on. I think sometimes people don't realize the changes that are happening in people's lives. I think that's a very important thing to understand. Um, And I think if we can understand that, then we can actually change our lives. All right, we can change our lives. Um, I think sometimes people get confused because they're not hitting the mark that they want to hit. I mean, that's just really what it comes down to. So, number two, guys, is a good one. How um, stores use scent to make you buy, um, like in supermarkets, clothing, retailers, and even car dealerships. They pump signature scents through the air. Now, these carefully crafted aromas can boost your mood and make you associate positive feelings with certain brands, making you more likely to spend, yes, your money. You know who else does this? Casinos. Yes, casinos spend money every single, well, month on things. And I think that's an important thing for people to realize is that it's about who we are and what's going on. But when they use these tactics, which are kind of like I say below the belt, because you don't know about them, they're basically subconsciously doing this to you. Number three, the casinos is a big one, right? They poke this smell in through the ventilation system, and it actually gives you a strong alertness feeling. So it raises the dopamine in your brain, your body. So what happens is, even if you're tired, it's like you snap out of it because of the scent. I think that's a pretty cool thing, and I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize, but it is totally, when I say the truth, it's totally the truth. All right, guys, number three. Are you ready for number three? Why fast food logos all use red and yellow? Red and yellow aren't just bright, they trigger hunger and excitement in your brain. Did you know that? Well, the chains know that, like McDonald's, and Burger King knows these colors because they make you crave food and take quick action. That's pretty cool, right? The fact that they've done studies on this, I mean, they want to tell you that it really doesn't matter, but the truth of the matter is, it really does matter. Okay, it really, really does matter. Does that make sense? And so, the more that we can understand this, we can know that big giants are doing things to manipulate us. Yeah, it's not really fair. Number four, the choice architecture behind, well, apps. From where buttons are placed to which options show first. Apps guide your decisions using subtle cues. This quote unquote choice architecture, we call it, nudges you towards spending more, sharing more, and staying longer. In the beginning, it's like, you're not even sure. And so, but all we know is that when something feels good, we hang around, we keep doing it, and we associate positive feelings with that action, with that brand, that color, that person, whatever it is. Number five, why most online forums frustrate you on purpose. Yeah. Complex or confusing forms can cause you to abandon the registrations or make choices without reading the fine print. We all know about the fine print. That's the thing that the lawyers are supposed to read, but they don't even read the fine print all the time, guys. So that's important. So frustration isn't always an accident. Sometimes it's a strategy to push users through a funnel. Yeah, they do this to push you through a funnel. Okay. Number six, the psychology of waiting lines. From airports to amusement parks, the design of lines uses time estimates, and entertainment and visual cues to make waits feel, well, shorter, right? I know, like in Disney, they have these different little, characters there signs like, oh, we only have 15 minutes from this point, or 30 minutes from this point, or 40 minutes, and then it's, you just kind of like seeing it. Or they might have like a Disney movie on, or something like that to kind of like, let's say detract your attention to what the real time is. So the waits feel shorter. It reduces complaints and keeps you on the hook to not only do it, but to do it again, again, and again. Yeah. It just keeps happening, doesn't it? Over and over and over again. Number 7, guys, how streaming platforms engineer cliffhangers. Services like Netflix strategically place cliffhangers to boost binge watching by making it almost, irresistible to see what happens next. They ensure you return for more. Yeah, it's kind of nasty what they do. Number 8, why public restrooms play music that is background music. So it can cover, yes, awkward sounds or reduce anxiety and create a friendlier environment. Even restroom playlists are engineered for comfort. Did you know that? So you probably want to know something. This is probably a really cool thing. What do they play? Well, what songs, do they play in the bathroom? I think this is a funny one. All of Me, John Legend, Billie Eilish, Lovely and Ocean Eyes, Ed Sheeran, Perfect, Photograph, Yellow, The Scientists, Taylor Swift, Cardigan, and Lover. They're trying to get your mind off of what's going on there. And so I think that's a good idea because the sounds there may not be pleasant to other people to hear. And also, it might be embarrassing for people if other people hear those sounds. So that's why they do that. I went to one restaurant. They're not around anymore. And they were teaching you Italian lessons in the bathroom. And I thought that was kind of interesting. So while you're there, you could generally learn 2 or 3 words. Okay, now say it with me. It's kind of fun. Number 9, the illusion of free shipping. Free shipping, well, quote unquote, isn't usually free, guys. Retailers build its cost into the product pricing. Surprise, knowing people are more likely to buy when they feel like they're getting a deal. Yeah, people do this so often. Buy one, get one free. They've already loaded the price in, right? So they know what their margins are. They can probably do discounts and things like that, but their margins are in there, and they're making plenty of money. Trust me, they are. Number 10, why you click accept all cookies. Nearly every website prompts you to accept cookies with big, bright buttons, making it easier to collect your data. I don't click that. I usually click important cookies only or required cookies only. The path of least resistance wins every time because the button is big. But again, you're giving up your privacy and your personal data of how you shop. And this resistance wins every time, hand in and hand out. And I think some people, they would rather just do the simple option. Why do they want to do the simple option? Because if they do the simple option, they're going to be able to just do something very quick, something very easy. I think that's the name of the game. And if we can do something quick and something easy, they'd rather do that than have to read a few things. Unfortunately, guys, that's just how it works. All right. Number 11, guys, the design trick, yes, behind self-checkout lanes. Self-checkout stations often look more efficient than they really are, with subtle layout choices that slow you just enough to encourage impulse buys nearby the checkout. So if you wonder why you can't just go right out, well, there's a reason. They're hoping that you're going to grab something that you probably don't need on the way out. Yes. On the way out, they're hoping you're probably going to buy something you don't need. There's like lots of impulse items. It could be anything from batteries to candy to gum. It could be soda there. Whatever it is, there's going to be at least half a dozen or more items that you could basically buy very easily because of the way they've engineered the checkout lanes. Now, this is not just in one place, guys. It's not just in let's say your ShopRite, your Food Town, your Stop and Shop. This is even at your Home Depot. This is at your Lowe's, any store. They have this stupid setup because they want you to go through and possibly pick up one or two things, right? Number 12, guys, how supermarkets slow you down. Wide aisles, strategic product placement, and soft lighting encourage longer, more leisurely shopping trips, increasing the chance you'll fill up your cart with things that, well, let's just say you probably do not need. Yes, you probably do not need these things. And you're probably wondering, what's happening, right? But I think a lot of people understand this whole concept that when you go shopping, I know, like, I like to take my time, right? Generally, when you rush, you buy less. Like, if you're going in there for just one or two things, that's great. But I will tell you, it's important to realize this. And what happens is when this goes through, it's like, I don't know, it's for some reason, it's like you feel a certain way. So when we feel a certain way, we do things because of that. Number 13, guys, the secret of background music in malls. Research has shown us certain music tempos and styles make shoppers linger and spend more. Every playlist is fine-tuned for business impact. You think they're just turning on Spotify or nope. They have a whole predefined list. Not only do they have that, but they have to pay money to be able to do that. So I think that's an important thing, to realize that you have to see money, and they want you to spend money. And if you spend money, then they know, ladies and gentlemen, exactly what's going to go on. They literally just know this. And so I can tell you that sometimes people just do things, but they don't know why they're doing them. Does that make sense? I'm hoping it does. All right. So the music kind of makes you feel a certain way. Number 14, why your receipts are absurdly long. I hate this. Retailers add offers, surveys, and branding to receipts, turning it into, well, a gigantic book, a simple proof of purchase into a miniature ad campaign for your next visit. I mean, I think it's terrible what they do. All right. Number 15, guys. Are you ready for number 15? I know you are. Number 15 is how color controls spending. So we're going through a lot of the hidden tasks that the big giants use to get you to spend more money. Yes. Color controls spending. Specific colors like blue for trust, orange for urgency, can subtly, let's say, motivate you and encourage shoppers to buy, save, or commit. Something that has an orange would be like an urgency, right? Something that has a blue would indicate this is trust and that you should do this. So that's an important thing. Okay. And I think that's important to understand, guys. I think that's really important to understand. Number 16. Number 16. Why grocery stores put milk in the back. Now, you know why. And the other essentials are placed at the far end. So what do you have to do, guys? You've got to walk all the way down by being tempted with items that you don't need, and they're strategically put in your path because they know if you got to get milk, you've got to walk past these things. So they're hoping that you're going to make an impulse purchase. Number 17, the psychology of limited time. Offers, deadlines, and scarcity tricks like countdown timers or only two left labels fuel for fear, urgency, pushing people to I better buy now. I better buy quickly, or I may not have that later. Right? That's very, very important. Number 18, guys, how apps nudge your dopamine. Yeah, apps are engineered to deliver variable rewards, likes, notifications, achievements. These keep your brain hooked and coming back for more. This happens on social platforms like Facebook, like Instagram, like X, like even LinkedIn. This charge that you get, this rush that you get, causes you to be in a certain mood, right? And that's important to understand. And if you don't understand that, it can be a little bit hard to process. And that's something that a lot of people have a problem with because they don't realize that this device that we think is actually trying to help us is really just causing more frustration. So you have to learn when devices and technology are trying to abuse you or they're trying to manipulate you. Now that I'm educating you on this, you're probably going to be a lot more sharp and you'll be aware of these things. Number 19, why social media never says goodbye. You rarely see clear log out or exit options. Platforms are designed to keep engagement infinite, making it hard to leave. If you're logged into the platform, there is a log up button, but you have to go pretty far. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Number 20, how ads predict your mood. See, algorithms analyze your browsing, posts, and engagement to deliver ads tailored to your current mood, maximizing their impact. And this is all done, that's right, with science. With science. That's a very important thing to realize. We use science to get a lot of our answers. Okay? Number 21, the choice overload. It's a trap. Giving you too many options can paralyze decision making. Oh, it can drive you nuts, leading people to buy nothing or default to the easiest choice, right? Car makers do this, insurance companies do this. They all do this stuff, right? They all do this stuff. Why? Because it's about what happens. And people just don't understand what happens, right? What is it all about? And I think what it's about is the fact that, you get these choices and you're wondering, like, what are these choices about? What are they going to do? What's going to happen? Where are you going to go? And you figure that if you can just do something a certain way, then you can just basically be the way you want to be. But when things are easy, okay, it makes you go one way. If something is hard to make a decision, well, guess what happens? You don't make that decision. You go for the easier decision. I mean, hands down, that's what they're doing, right? It's no secret. Number 22, why most people never unsubscribe. Links are tiny, hidden, or require extra steps, subtly encouraging to stay on mailing lists longer. For example, by the CAN Spam Act, they're supposed to have an unsubscribe link. Again, it's usually small. It's at the bottom. So now you click it. Sometimes that's it. Sometimes they now require you to go to another site, which pops up, and you have to then say, oh, are you sure you want to unsubscribe? You have to click yes. Sometimes you even have to put your email address in to make it even harder for you, right? Number 23, guys, the illusion of productivity software from checklists to gamified apps. Many productivity, quote unquote, tools drive engagement, but they don't always help you achieve true results. You think you're going one way, but then whatever happens, you're actually just getting yourself further behind. Does that make sense? I hope that makes some sense to you. And I think people can realize the one thing that as these things are happening and as you're achieving results, you know when you're achieving results, right? You don't need somebody to give you some nonsense or some story about if you're getting results or not. You don't need that stuff, right? You know when you're getting results. You absolutely don't. You do know when you're getting results. And if you know when you're getting results, then I will tell you that it's about you. And that's the end of the day. That's what it's about, guys. It's about that. You know if you're getting results. You don't need to be befuddled by something, right? And that's important. Very, very important. And I know, ladies and gentlemen, that you're probably saying to me, I don't get this or I do get this, right? So, if you're achieving results, you don't need something fancy to confuse you as to why you're not getting results. And people try to charge you money for something, and then you find out that you actually are doing worse than when you didn't have the tool. Number 24, how cars are designed to feel fast. Dashboard styling, sounds, and seat vibrations create a sensation of speed, even if you're going nowhere fast. Car makers do this on purpose. Why packaging shape affects taste. A drink from a tall glass tastes different from a short one. Brands use shapes to enhance flavor perception and appeal. Why touchscreens slow down service on purpose. Touchscreens in fast foods and kiosks add friction, making you more likely to order extras or special offers as you tap through menus, which takes more time. The manipulation of progress, 27 bars, giant colorful progress bars, make you feel invested. So you're more likely to complete forms, profiles, or purchases. How brands use sound signatures, unique chimes, jingles, or even notification tones, and they create emotional connections and drive instant recognition. 29, why people trust blue buttons. Blue, especially in call to action buttons, is psychologically linked to reliability and a calm feeling, encouraging trust in your clicks. We learned this from IBM when they did this many years ago. Number 30, the secret of autoplay videos and playlists start automatically keeping you engaged and reducing the chances you'll stop watching. If you loved uncovering these hidden systems like I did, connect with me at believemeachieve.com, and together I'll share the hidden gems that might be keeping you from the successes and give you the hacks so you can get control of your life. Again, let's unlock the power together of modern life. Go to believemeachieve.com. And we'll get somewhere, and we'll get you to understand what the big companies are doing, which is manipulating you. Have a good one, everyone, and be well.